A CEO cannot succeed without leadership. Let me put it that way. Because the CEO's role is all about leadership, right from the context of setting the agenda. And how do you set the agenda? You set the agenda understanding the context of the environment and things that are happening around you. Maybe taking a peep into the future. And now more than ever, you need to have that peep into the future to set your agenda.
I think the best way to develop leaders is to give them surmountable challenges. So it has to be demanding but not impossible. Slightly impossible would be maybe the term I would use. Because one learns best in actual work, but you need to be able to go from action to reflection. And you need to be able to draw some lessons from what you did, what worked and what didn't work. And who do you need? How do you compose a team? Who is contributing? Who is making up for your weaknesses? Who is just basically mirroring what you also do?
People who moved from being good to great, or really worked on themselves to become better leaders, is the enormous self-awareness that they have. They have a clear view of what their weaknesses are and what their strengths are. And they are able to leverage their strengths, cover their weaknesses, or somehow overcome their weaknesses through others or through actions from others, and create positive impact.
I think people prosper when they're given opportunity. So I think awareness around whether you are actually offering opportunities for people who work with you, as opposed to simply giving them instructions or titles, I think is key. With opportunities comes an opportunity, or comes the potential to exercise leadership. And with the potential to exercise leadership, self-belief and self-esteem grow. And I think that's a very virtuous cycle. Opportunities, the exercise of leadership, the growth of self-esteem become a very powerful way in which you can build a cohesive, impactful team of people who will remain loyal to each other and work well together.
The McKinsey Leadership Institute basically tries to do fundamentally two things. First, we engage with organizations and we develop customized leadership development programs wherein we engage with the leadership of those companies from the top to the middle management and right down to the front line. And we work with them to build their leadership capability, build leadership capacity in those companies, while simultaneously delivering breakthrough performance. Because to us, the role of leadership fundamentally is to deliver breakthrough performance, not predictable performance. Second, we create an industry-wide platform called the Bauer Forum, where we bring groups of CEOs, typically 4 to 6 CEOs at a time, and we engage in very personal, intimate conversation around the issues that CEOs are dealing with.
I think the best thing that the McKinsey Leadership Institute does through the Bauer Forum that I was fortunate enough to be participating in, firstly, it builds a very open, transparent and honest and yet truly confidential environment in which business leaders, my peers, we can share thoughts, our problems, our vulnerabilities and get solutions from fellow business leaders. The faculty is not there for evaluation. Being a leader is a very lonely job. For the job, you can get a lot of people to surround you to help you with the problem. But ultimately, when you have to take a decision, you're alone. So when something like a Bauer Forum comes up, I mean, it's been 3 weeks since I finished the Bauer Forum, and still already I've chatted with my Bauer Forum alumni, the people that I met there. We discussed that, this is going on, and they want to know what's going on further, what can be done, even helping each other's business.
I think the Bauer Forum is a tremendous catalyst on 2 dimensions. One, it instantly forces you to ask very fundamental questions in a non-threatening environment amongst peers who have experienced some of the things you have experienced, and even if they have not, are able to gauge very quickly the extent to which your problems may be real, imagined, exaggerated, understated. And I think that's something which is very powerful. The second is it's a combination of business, social, and, if I can use the word, psychological exploration, which is a unique combination. To be able to have a conversation that is straddling, conversation that is in a sense among friends, in a sense about business, and in a sense an exploration about one's inner self, is not a conversation that it's easy to have or to feel very comfortable having. And I think the Bauer Forum puts these elements together in a way that can prove of lasting value to people like myself who are trying to provide leadership.
I think the Bauer Forum, by the way, is an excellent setup where you have peers from different industries, from different parts of the world. So it's a very non-threatening environment. And you kind of share your difficulties, your challenges, including personal challenges. To me, it was interesting that one of my colleagues in the forum, in fact, I connected with him soon after the forum. And what excited me was, even though the size of his business was extremely small, a startup kind of a business, not high technology, but I simply fell in love with him for his simplicity, for what he's achieved in life. That took me completely by surprise. And it kind of told me that, look here, you don't have to be part of a large conglomerate to be a big officer to be something. You could be doing something in your own sphere, but doing it well, doing it effectively, and maybe even be a better leader as compared to who I was.
I found it a very positive experience, first and foremost, to be in the company of a few other achievers, if I may say so, from absolutely varied fields. It was very interesting for me to try and reflect and unearth some of the principles basis which they have succeeded in life. And some were new for me. Many of them, to me, endorsed the way I have gone about my work. And that obviously gives one great confidence when one comes back to one's own job. So I think that was the biggest benefit for me, to come back with a greater reassurance, a greater confidence in what I was doing, and of course with some new ideas as well.
The McKinsey Leadership Institute in India has focused on helping leaders find greater meaning, reframe opportunities, and energize their teams to transform themselves and their organizations as well. It is with this important mission in mind that I wish leaders everywhere all the best in this vitally urgent endeavor.